Okay, we're joined by Western Michigan head coach Billy Gernon, players Greg Bodig and Cade Sullivan. Coach, if you don't mind, I'll start you with an opening statement.
Sure, I'll just open with what I told our players at the end of the game, that new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings, and that's what we're experiencing right now is a painful ending. But I also reminded them that, we're going to get together here shortly, and these two guys will be part of helping us design our championship rings that we more than deserve and more than earned. And so I look forward to that opportunity with these two outstanding young men that have been part of my leadership council for a couple of years. And I'll personally thank them in front of you guys today for helping keep the outside out and the inside in. And in today's world, that's even more tough to do, but these guys have been incredible ambassadors and will go on and be great Broncos and potential donors. So,
Okay, looking for questions for the student athletes first.
Burke Ranger, D1 Baseball. Greg, Coach talked about the leadership council yesterday, and as a catcher, it's just intrinsic that you have to take on a leadership role by your position. Talk about what this year has been like, winning a MAC tournament championship, running through that tournament, and then playing in a regional.
So it was a great feeling, honestly, the whole season. I feel like from a leadership position, it's great to be able to see a lot of guys grow over the years and to kind of help them through that, obviously, along with the coaching. But to see guys grow like that and then perform through the tournament like that and come here and play hard. That's what we did. Just really proud. And, like Coach always says, the catcher, you can see the entire field. So you kind of have to, like you said, get put in that leadership position. And I feel like I've grown along with it and helped a lot of guys out this year.
And then follow up, what were you seeing from the pitchers today, particularly Luke Thielen? This was my first look at him, throws pretty hard and threw very well today. What were you seeing behind the plate in terms of him in particular attacking the hitters today?
Yeah, so him in particular, it's just one of those guys that I said has had tremendous growth. This is the first year where he's really completely dominated some guys, and it showed today. But, I mean, his stuff, when he's on, he's on. He's going to strike a lot of guys out, and he's not off very often. So just the growth that he's had this year and the past few years has been great to see.
Cade, you've been with this program, and you've accomplished quite a bit individually and as a team. What has this season meant to you to get a MAC championship ring, to represent the region in the MAC in a regional?
I mean, that's been our goal for the last few years. We just wanted to get rings, and to finally come out with one was pretty amazing. I mean, I was just thinking, like, only one team in college baseball goes out on top, and the rest are feeling like we're feeling right now. So it's just tough to go out with a group of brothers that you've been with the last 4 years, but I guess life goes on.
And then one last question for each of you. So Coach mentioned, he didn't come here. You guys didn't come here to just have a good showing, right? And I know you wanted to win, but 2 games in a row you fell down early. And what I was most impressed with is the lack of quit. So what do you guys do as leaders to make sure you guys stay up? And you were in both of these games until the last out. What do you guys do as leaders to make sure that energy doesn't fall behind when you guys fall behind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of touched on it a little bit yesterday. Just the attitude in the dugout that we're never out of it, no matter what the score is, 10-0. If we're down 20-0, you just got to treat every single pitch like it's a 0-0 ball game. And when you have that attitude, you could string together at bats and get runs on the board and make the game close.
I would say it's kind of the mentality we've had all year. Very few times where you're just going to be able to come into a game and you're not going to get punched in the mouth. You're not going to hit hard. Unfortunately, the last 2 days it was early, but I mean, if you know it's going to come, you're always ready for it. And you get hit in the mouth and you're going to have to punch back. And that's just kind of the attitude we've had as a team the last few days and honestly the whole year as well.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, you guys are free to
can I
go.
just say one thing real quick about these guys? I don't know that this guy's never not had a 4.0. And this guy's a finance major, and they exemplify what leadership is, what the student athlete is, and academically they've led our team to a 3.5 GP. The team 3.5 GPA. We're pushing like 12 plus semesters in a row, And these guys, for me, you get into coaching because you want to impact people's lives, and just like anything else, when you give, usually get more back. And I want to publicly thank these guys for having such a profound impact on my life right here in front of everybody. So proud of you guys.
Any questions for Coach now?
Yeah, Coach, you talked yesterday, again, pretty similar question. You talked about not coming here to just put on a valiant effort. You tried to win. You wanted to win, and that showed. How do you feel about your performance here today, or this weekend?
Well,
Team's performance.
it's bittersweet, right? It's an oxymoron to be disappointed and proud, but I am those things, right? Because there was this expectation, and there has been all year. We've actually been training just a lot of different things all year, and one of them was just the adaptability. So sometimes we wouldn't hang a practice schedule. Sometimes we'd hang it and change it and just try to get guys used to the difference. Because in the MAC and in the Midwest, it might be sunny on Friday and 50, and you might have 4 inches of snow on Saturday, and you might hit inside, you might hit outside. So I think in the Midwest, you really have to be adaptable and be adjustable and just fight through a lot of things. And what they're saying when you ask about what do we do, well, we're kind of conditioned and trained to that. We hung 6 straight zeros after we were able to settle the dust, and uniquely, we've been hanging our hat on quality starts from Miller and Vilcek, and they've been doing it all year. And I've called these guys boys with beards for many years, right? They look like men because they're bigger and physical, right? But they're still young guys, and they make mistakes, and you saw it at the end, and you know how much pain CJ's in because of that. But they're just such a special group. And for me as a coach, to know that you don't have to go down there and light a fire or give a motivational speech in the dugout, that your team is calm and they're poised and they can take punches, but you know that they're going to be swinging. And we did that, right? So if there's a silver lining in this weekend, that the guys, their legacy, right? I mean, the words in our program are trust, unconditional trust, now with the portal, legacy, and championships. And their legacy is embedded in my soul and on their teammates, and they're going to pass that down. And that's what helps manifest and keep a culture vibrant when guys like this pass that type of attitude down to the players that are waiting. And that's what makes me feel so good about the guys that I get to coach.
2 pivotal plays, Coach, in the game. One, I think, was the runner's interference in the 6th inning. So I want to get your thoughts on that. And then there was a double up on a hard line drive to first base. Really kind of changed the momentum of the game. What were your thoughts on those plays?
Well, even before that, we had bases loaded, and we were able to draw a walk. And the big hit was elusive this weekend. It has not been all year. And these 3 guys, and Greg's had a great offensive year too. And Dylan, and the numbers that we put up, you start to expect the big hit, and we didn't get it. So to your question, though, that led into the L3, which was a rocket into the double play, which was tough. But I thought the bunt for Harity, you got to trust the guy in the booth, I think, in Pittsburgh, but that's not what we saw, and that's not how we had it. And Harity was very adamant, because this happened to us in the fall when we were playing a fall game. And we were shocked by it. So we spend time in base running because we got burned by it in a fall game, which is what you want to happen, right? Mm-hmm. And so we work on that. So like I told the umpires yesterday when they gave a sportsmanship warning about something that happened, I just said, I trust my player. And then I trust my player on this, but they obviously saw it and they made the call. It was a reviewable call, and that's the way it sits. But that flipped the card big time, and so did the L3 that CJ hit. And even though that kid made a tough mistake that he's going to struggle to get rid of, I think these guys will tell you he's a big reason why we're here. And he's a special, special young man and a great teammate and remarkably coachable. And I'm in pain for him, because a lot of guys dragged us here, but he was a monumental piece in why we're here.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate you joining us, and congratulations on the great season.
Thank you.